everyone. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you're interested in finding out information about how to talk with me on a one-on-one basis. Enjoy the video now. Hey folks, welcome to Thinking Theology. I'm Don. You saw the title. I'm going to react to Bill Maher's thoughts on Was Jesus God? Now, Bill Maher, Jewish, he's and comedian and acerbic, and I used to think that Bill was a major douche. Sometimes he still can be, but I've kind of come around in ways like, well, one, he's a comedian, right? So comedians, just by nature, push the envelope on stuff. I don't know what he's going to say about this, but I'm just going to give my thoughts and just see what he's got. I only analyze sort of like the rationale that somebody's using to come up with a certain belief that they have. I don't take hardcore doctrinal positions. I say whether or not arguments seem to be made well or poorly, and there are a lot of really poorly constructed arguments out there. Some are just based on emotion. Some are based on an appeal to authority. Someone else said something, therefore it's got greater credibility in their mind. That's a bad argument in and of itself. But let's see what Bill's got about was Jesus God.
You know, people come to me all the time and they say, Bill, I'm with you. I saw your movie. We're right here. You know, I don't believe in that crazy biblical nonsense, just the central story. Oh, you mean the stupidest part? I mean, come on. God had a son. I mean, time out right there. God had a son? He's powerful beyond all imagination. He exists in a realm above time and space, but he has kids?
Well, I've had thought about it, but not, I mean, I didn't word it like that. But I mean, in a philosophical sense, which is where I come from, I mean, I don't have a problem with those thoughts entering a person's mind. There are myriad thoughts that enter our minds, and then we've got to address them. And if there's a counter argument to it, fair enough. I'm going to guess he's going to attack the biblical texts, but let's see what he does.
What is this, Bonanza? He has a son. God had a son, and he said to him, Jesus, I'm sending you down to earth on a suicide mission. But don't worry, they can't kill you because you're really me.
That's Trinitarian
but
dogma.
But it is going to hurt for a few
me.
days. I'm not going to lie about that, son. There's about 3 days you're going to hate me. But I'm doing this for you. I mean me. What am I saying? I'm me, you're you. But I go myself, but I...
All right, so the three persons in the Godhead, he's not wrong in the way he's depicting it. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying it's consistent because when you say three persons, but that word person isn't used in the usual sense of the word persons. And so there are three independent, coexistent persons in the Godhead, but that there's only one God, that they all somehow, and it is what it leads to, what he's saying.
Have you. Me! What am I saying? Anyway. All right. Now... Now, Jesus, here's the plan. I, God the Father, wink, wink, I'll go down to earth first. You see, we'll split up the work because there's two of us. Not really. I'll go down to earth and I'll see if I can find a virgin Palestinian woman to impregnate so that she can give birth to you. I mean me! What am I saying? It's like Faye Dunaway in Chinatown. My sister, my daughter, my sister, my daughter. I mean, it is one of the silliest stories I've ever heard, but I don't mean to offend.
I hadn't seen this before, so it's a reaction. I mean, those of you who see my earlier videos, and I've done extensive research on Trinitarian dogma, pro and con, historically, the early church councils, the Hebrew text, and then where Christianity supposedly came out of that, and where the doctrine got its start at the, its start and its continued growth toward refining the language and conceptualization. And, Protestants believe that it's found in the Bible. Catholics say it's tradition and we go with it. Some of it's in the Bible. Most of it's a mystery that you take on faith. And I get when somebody has like a logical mind or a rational mind and they're looking for the better connections between the premises in the thoughts, then you wind up with a comedian like Bill, who does have a logical mind. I don't agree with everything he says. Obviously, I don't agree with anything everyone. I don't even agree with everything I say. I change my mind on stuff as long as a better argument is made for it. But it is what you wind up with an enigmatic doctrine like the doctrine of the Trinity, where it's like, wait a minute, if they're not three separate persons, but they're just one, then how is one going down and doing this? And then one staying up here and the other one is up here. The Holy Spirit gets very little mention in Trinitarian dogma in the early formation, even in the Nicene Creed, where it just tacks on, where they believe in this, that, and in the Holy Spirit. That just gets sort of like thrown in there in the end, and then that was later defined. But anyway, yeah, leave your thoughts. I don't have a problem with people. People can answer for themselves. I mean, if there's a judgment day, if there is, Bill can answer for himself. I don't care. So I see somebody speeding on the road doing 100 miles an hour. I'm like, well, that's dangerous, but you're going to get caught one day. You might cause an accident, what have you. I don't get that upset about it. I'm like, that's your life. I'm not driving that way. Anybody can answer for themselves. I have my own beliefs. I have my own questions, and I'm comfortable in them. So when I see people getting uber freaked out that somebody else seems to be saying something bad or something that they disagree with, I'm like, well, you seem to be pretty fearful. But I don't know. Everybody has their own thresholds. Everybody has their own. What's the verse? Even if you want to borrow a biblical verse, it says, like, as much as is in you to live peaceably among all people. And it's like, well, some folks just kind of lack that ability. They just get offended like that. I don't get offended at stuff almost ever. I'm from New Jersey. How could I get that offended? Anyway, folks, leave your comments. I read them. If you have an idea for a video, leave them. And if it's something that resonates with me, I'll do a video on it. There you go. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep thinking theology. Hey everyone, this is just a video to let you know that I'm available on a one-on-one basis for personal coaching or for conversations about theological topics. Could be relationships you're having with somebody who's a bit toxic in their faith. Maybe they're over the top. Maybe you're having questions, maybe doubts, or just wondering about your church or whatever. The theology obviously covers a broad range and spectrum of issues. So if you need or want to speak with somebody about these topics in a non-judgmental way, non-confrontational way, I'm available on a one-on-one basis. I've been doing this for many years, not just with theology, with executive business coaching. I work in personal spaces with people who are going through a divorce. And this is not about establishing your faith or challenging you on faith. This has nothing to do with your particular denomination, faith, religion. This is about relationships and how to process some of the nuances of your faith that you may not have considered that may ease your mind about how you're thinking about things or approaching things. So my normal fee for executive business coaching is $250 per hour, but for theological topics, I've kept it at $95 per hour. And some folks may even need special consideration on that fee. And we could discuss that if you have financial hardship. And our conversations take place by phone, and we'll make a lot of progress in a short period of time. So don't hesitate to reach out. I'm very approachable. I've been doing this for many years. My direct email is thinkingtheologytoday@gmail.com. That comes directly to me. And it's scrolling across the screen now, but it's also in the description box below. So if you're interested in talking with me on a one-on-one basis, that's how to do it. All right, folks, have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep thinking theology.